Greetings, everyone. Today we have Dr. Shelly Bhutani with us, who has 23 years of rich experience in education. Ma'am, please tell us something about yourself.
Thank you so much. First of all, I really thank to Skills Discovery and Mr. Lokesh to give me this opportunity today to join this interview with you with the inspiration. Basically, life is not bad of roses, right? You will know this fact as life changes, it poses. 1 minute it's full of fun, the other minute it leaves you with none, right? So, well, since childhood, I have been very ambitious. I belong to Delhi. My family is equal, treat me, made me believe that I'm no less than any man. All this gave birth to ambitious of a girl. Since then, I have convinced myself to believe that Shelly, you can do anything, right? Everything is possible in this world, above all. So God has given me a lot of capabilities and I can change the world for good. I promise myself that I won't let my capabilities and ambitions die from the want of routine and secured life. I have tried working for different establishment. My belief is in this world, everything is possible, irrespective of gender. है ना? If one is ready to take charge, he or she can do anything in this world. My parents and my sister inspired me to stand up for what I believe in, even if it makes me stand out. I have the courage of conviction to believe I can make a difference and create a sustainable impact in the multiple ways. It is very great enthusiasm that I'm happy to announce here that my journey starts as a proud daughter, adorable sister, and passionate woman. I have earned doctorate degree in computer science, masters in computer science as well as technology, both I have did. In educational leadership, I have completed many pieces of training towards it, many. With 11 years of experience as a head of the school and 12 years experience with hands-on teaching, I'm confident that I possess the qualification required to help district promotes its own philosophy and goals. Right? I'm the educational leader, mentor of 7 school of CBSE Delhi now, advisor, CBSE master trainer, CBSE regional head on national basis in Khelo India, motivational speaker, international relationship council, and administrator in charge of all the programs initiative. So I'm working closely with faculty to realign the curriculum to the common core and modify instruction to best prepare students for the keystone exams. I supervise diverse staff and more than 3,000 plus students right away. So I'm attached with so many institutions too as a member. Best part of my journey is joy with teaching always and commitment with my own vision. This is my short story of my journey.
That is an amazing journey, ma'am. Um,
Thank
kindly,
you. Thank you so much.
kindly tell us about the challenges that you faced to withstand the complexities of these industry.
True, very true. While we are working on leadership, then you have much challenges you do. So there is no doubt that leadership is a lonely experience. Yes, it is. The need to make unpopular decisions, the need to stand alone and often apart, all mean that loneliness is part and parcel of the job. With the early morning light, you won't believe. With the dawn turning into the night, there is only one thought in my mind. Why are not my days so bright? Why are the colors so light? Where are my golden days? Who shall show me its main path of my own journey? As I quote here, louder than the thunder and faster than the light, I unquote here. So, as an educationist, I aspire to school culture, educational program, conducive to student learning and development. Families are under tremendous challenge today, and I seek to foster positive behavior, student, faculty teamwork, and cooperation in the school environment. I initiated and lead programs to provide clear, concise information both internally to professional staff too, and externally to students as well as parents. My belief is that students make choices And most of the time, there are natural consequences, right, for these choices, because it's a natural in the institutions while you're working on the leadership. They should be held accountable in their consistent and fair manner. Like all the times, no, sometimes, I'm not saying sometimes, all the time, we have to stay humble. We have to having a self-confidence, right? And overcoming fear, following anyone, following the part of everything of parents as well as students, dealing with the sometimes stress, anxiety, because we have to listen so many people in the institution. So this is also sometimes dealing with the stress. But if you are a positive person, that it is keeping yourself motivated too. So avoiding burnout, being vulnerable. So these are challenges I took as my passion. And when you took passion, everything is possible in your world. Believe it. Everything is possible. So this is my belief, which I just converted into success now. Thank you.
Very well said, ma'am. That's so true. Ma'am, tell us something
Thank
more
you.
about your institute and what it offers for the students.
Yeah, my institution is a full of opportunities, and it's a co-ed school with 3,000 plus children. But sometimes it can be hard to know which way to look first, right? Or at least know where you are headed, especially when your peers seem to know what they are doing. Sometimes the best place to start is with the basics. What is important to you? What motivates to you? What do you want to achieve in life? And what do you think your purpose is in life? It might feel a bit overwhelming sometimes. I design institution with the realms of happiness, positivity, engagement. I believe in happiness actually and well-being. It was really hard to imagine, but I did it. And with this, I offer to our children so many things. I offer. I helping students build their self-awareness. Second is I outlining that why students learn what they learn, right? So teaching and learning should always be relevant, whether it's related to your degree or extracurricular activities. So a student necessary workplace skills. It also teaches them about the importance of well-being and proposes their own positive practice, including how to manage their emotions, how to engage in the workplace, how to have their positive relation with others. So these are all most critically how they have a meaningful in their life. Next, I offer a very main thing, providing work integrated learning opportunities and getting students out into the real world, because it is out with traditional classroom based learning, not entirely I'm saying, but and in with work integrated learning, because students who have the opportunity to get out of the classroom can gain genuine business and industry insights, right? Develop their own awareness of workplace culture and also enhance critical workplace skills too. So it's also a great opportunity to help students and gain a better sense of what their purpose in life. So I fostering the collaboration, because when you fostering the collaboration, students to life, they should not consider themselves to be in competition with their peers when it comes to test scores and assignments. Their competition, their pressure, while sense of competition can be good, it can be hard to know where to draw the line, right? So which encourages students to build their own internal motivation, work together rather than against each other. So I just taught my children to show students how to learn from their mistakes, because it's very, very important nowadays to encourage students to learn from their mistakes and view them as an opportunity to improve. A lot of times, setbacks, failure can be catalyst for the future success, as lessons are learned in the Corona too, right? So next, I have given to them building student-teacher trust. It's very, very important. Teacher and lecturer are not just teachers; they are mentors too, for the student to see and understand the path their professors have been on to get where they are today, can both inspiring and valuable. And in the last, not least, I encouraging students to get off their comfort zone. It's very important for the children, because exploration in both your academic and personal life is really important. So we should not be underestimate the power of what going beyond your control, because comfort zone can do comfort, can give you comfort, because if you have always wanted to join a student organization, society or club, but the reason is what holding you back, Get involved if that is something that you want to do. And if there is not a club or society that's set up for what you enjoy or interested in, set up your own self. So this is very important, that student must get to know all these things in their working area of school.
Ma'am, clubbing these points will actually nourish the student's mind and their future. That is what I.
Yeah, exactly, right, very true, very true.
Ma'am, brief us something about your current scenario of the industry that your university or department is involved in.
See, education industry comprises establishment whose primary objective is to provide education always, right? So these establishment can be public, non-profit, right? They include elementary schools, secondary schools, colleges, universities. So educational sector comprises establishment that provide instruction, training in a wide variety of subjects. I mean, skill subjects. Now, NP has introduced a very wide variety of subjects. So, these instruction and training is provided by specialized establishment, such as school, colleges. So, in the present era, campus placement hold a great importance for the students. And education institutes, while it helps a student in building a strong foundation for their professional career ahead without facing the real their world job struggle, their peer competition, their family pressure, is all good placement record give them competitive edge to an institution in the education market. So it provides the student with a foot in, the door opportunity, enabling them to start off their career, right? After they have completed their course. This is school course curriculum. Furthermore, they get to interact and engage with the industry professionally during the placement drives, which further help lay a foundation for their prospective career in the future as they familiarizing with the potential context from their chosen career field. So it is rightly said, because if a student is paying huge amount of parents' hard-earned money as fees to the institution, so he and she has a right to calculate return on investment, that is ROI, which is in this cases their own particular good happiness job. So I believe that they should get it out.
That's true, ma'am.
Yeah.
What are your views on the new education policy for India?
Very well question. Thank you so much for asking this wonderful question from me, because I really keen to give the answer of this question. The 10+2 structure of school curriculum is totally replaced by 5+3+3+4 curricular structure corresponding to ages 3 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14, and now 14 to 18 years. It has been changed a long years, I know. The new system will have 12 years of schooling with the 3 years of Anganwadi or preschooling. So NEP says students until class 5th should be taught in their mother tongue or regional language. The policy also process phasing out of all the institution offering single streams, and that all universities and colleges must aim to become multidisciplinary by 2040. So at the national level, the NEP has suggested there will be one regular for education, and has suggested strengthening of the accreditation, which will be by independent body. Similarly, funding for education is to be given by a different body. So I see NEP with no rigid separations between science, arts, and humanities, right? And I'm sorry, science, arts, and commerce. Internships and vocational education from class 6, they have started. Board exam will be low stakes, and FYUP program returns, and 50% gross enrollment ratio by 2035. And they have also started skill-based learning, that is like sometimes college days or entering such. Now it is totally based on skill. There is no foundation to choose a subject on the children's side. It's really good. From any stream, the child can take the skill-based learning, any subjects.
That is great, ma'am. You have a very well structured planned out already.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, what suggestions you want to give to the new students with respect to the 21st century employability challenge?
See many ways to help students develop in 21st century skills with Makers Empire, because we hear a lot about how important it is for today's student to develop their 21st century skills, in addition to what are often referred to as the basic. So in fact, 4C of communication. That is, what is 4C? I'll just tell you. It's communication, it's collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. They're often described as the new basics. These are the skill, the positions, and attitudes that our students feel need to thrive in their future lives of work and play. So let's our students lead the learning. Learning take place best in their environments, and where students feel empowered to learn, let them create an inquiry-based classroom environment. So with courage, collaboration, developing critical thinking skills, sharing thoughts, ideas, questions, and solution in powerful ways, these all achieving shared goal with others, thinking together and harnessing the ideas, skills, expertise of the group, looking at problems in new ways, making smart decisions and making connection to other subjects and ideas. So it's all generating and testing new ideas, being innovative, inventive, and enterprising for the students.
From the way you explain the 4C concept, it
Yeah.
actually gives a new perspective on how to live and how to work.
Yeah, it's really important actually. It's 4C, it matters because if you have a communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity, they are best of a new basics, best of.
That's true. According to you, what Indian education fraternity should learn from COVID-19?
See, thousands of teachers across the country claim to have changed the way they teach, right? The pandemic and overnight shift of academics to online has led many to wonder about the role of teacher plays in the information age, where all the information is available anytime, anywhere. It's all online, it's all virtual. So the role of teacher has evolved from someone who disseminates knowledge to mentors who aim to not only help students finish the restructured syllabus, but also help each student believe it. They are just learning hard actually to deep dive into sub subject of their own liking. The COVID-19 pandemic, the teaching fraternity in the Delhi NCR or in all over the world, you can say the school has ensured that I think teachers are educators, education's first responders, and they must be to the COVID-19 lockdown. Most of us would have imagined that at least a fusion, you know, I quote a very beautiful line here because they imagine that at least the a fusion dish that is mixture of South Indian app and switch choke rolls. So you understood my point, what I mean to say. If there is a just one lesson that we must learn from COVID-19, it is that faculty, full fraternity of teachers means a sense of common brotherhood of all the Indias. So I really heartily salute to all the teachers, to all the educators that they are doing wonders. And this time with the children, they are doing 24 into 7 because earlier what had happened, we have a timing of 7 to 6 hours or 6 to 7 hours in the school, right? School begins at 7:15 and it will be closed at 2. But now the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us there is no time for the children. Anytime we can connect with anyone throughout the world. So it is a best time for the teachers, but I really salute heartily that teachers and educators in this pandemic. I really salute to them. They are really, really, God gifted person. I must say, thank you. Thank you so much.
Very well put forward, ma'am.
Thank
Ma'am,
you.
what role do you see for a skills-based education in India?
Nowadays in India, skill-based education is, according to NAP, is considered to be a vocational skill that is obtained through short-term training or courses, not part of the formal education sector, and which provides employment in informal sectors too. However, expertise needs to be developed in the formal learning system as well. So, skill based learning helps in drawing, enhancing strength and important skills to achieve their goals. Through activities and events, students build skill that help them to listen, organize, and inspire the team. So, learning practical skill subject will help students develop the aspects of real life knowledge. Students should be taught practical, skill subjects along with the academic subjects for their brilliant life. So practical skill subjects would give students the vital grasp about the scoring to live self-efficiently. So this is very, very important question you have asked from me, that skill-based education is considered to be a vocational skill, and that is very well skill-based education in India is going on nowadays.
Ma'am, during the interview, you mentioned things about being passionate and how being self-aware, how to be
Yeah.
self-aware. So, ma'am, can you connect these two with having skills-based education in India, like this policy?
Very, yeah, very well we connected. See, in the pandemic, so we are, I'm sure, I believe 200%, not 100%. I'm very well connected with all this skill based. Yes, we are not able to meeting with the children mutually. We are not going to the schools. We are not present in the schools. Our present is not there, but our presence with the children when we sit for the skill based education, when we sit for see any subjects, not skill based, we are just give our own heart to the children. We are sitting with the children with by heart, and when the teacher will sit by heart, the moment you will sit by heart, no matters you are teaching your own subject or you are teaching your skill based education, you won't believe it. Last 2 days back I was observing my teacher activity. She was telling the concept of colors, which color has which values. Okay, so the yellow color said I'm beautiful, green color said I'm important, pink color said I'm not important, I'm very upset. Then one child has asked the question from my teacher that why this pink color is absent, ma'am. Sorry, upset, ma'am. So the answer given by the teacher that because boys don't use this color, so that pink color is upset. Why pink color is upset? Because boys don't use that. Basically, is the color of girls, because generally boys don't wear this pink color. So I was really observing that class of my teacher, that how the color concept she was giving to my own children with a strengthen, with their drawing enhancing goals. So yes, small activities, small events, small occasion, through this network, through this virtual network, we are really enhancing in a very good manner. You won't believe it. After this interview, I must show it to you. Some small videos I really share to you. A very good, beautiful videos they have designed. They have even celebrated annual day function. They have celebrated Earth Day. They have celebrated every day, whatever we did in our school earlier times, because we believe very soon we will get connected in the schools. I'm just waiting that day when God will allow us to reconnect with the children in hand to hand shake. So, but being a positive person, I really believe that skill based learning always helps to my children in their achieving goals.
That is very well put forward, ma'am. Like the way you connected everything, it actually sums up that yes, with passion, with some passion and being self-aware, you can initiate the skills in yourself.
Yeah,
So, ma'am,
it's true. And it's important.
is there anything else that you want to share?
I really want to share for the children, for everyone, for the educators, that don't give up. Do not give up. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Because if you will keep on, everything will be done in a right manner, in a right way, and in a right success you will take in your life. Because not give up is a best mantra of your life. If you are positive, corona and others, others, any disease could not touch anything to you. If you are strong, if you have that willpower to stop everything, then corona will not touch you. You will vanish corona from all over the world, and you are a future division. My children are my future division. They are hope of my coming world. They are hope of victory. So if they will not give up, I don't think so parents will give up. If they will say, Mama, Corona is not there in the world, it's there in your mind. So that's the main thing when people will not able to give up. That is a main spirit. I really give my last mantra: keep on, and keep on. Because when you keep on, never fell down, victories is all yours. Absolute victory you will get it in your life. This is my challenge. I can give you on piece of paper and writing. When you will just think that I have not to give up, you will do whatever you don't want to do.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.